All right, we look set. Good afternoon, Jackrabbits fans. We are live here in the semifinals of the spring training tournament held by CABA. We are in the Goldschmidt division. We'll have Gianni on the mound. We're the number one seeds. As such, we'll be the home team. And we'll be playing the Game Day Rangers, a team that has definitely vanquished us in the past. We'll see if that continues to hold true for this year as well. And I'm doing my sharing of the link to everybody, so that'll take me a second or two. But you can see Gianni is working in the warm-up here. We'll go through the infield here in just a second. Alrighty, shared, texted, loved ones informed, and as we kick off here in Lakewood, it is 53 degrees, but there's a cold wind blowing. While we were between games, we did have what looked like a new warning from the what do you call it? National Weather Service, that the winter weather advisory had moved back to 6. So we may be saved on getting snowed on. And that doesn't necessarily mean that we're not going to see any precipitation, but it should mean that we'll get through this game pretty unscathed, I think. It's probably the 5 p.m. game that is really under threat, but we don't want to get ahead of ourselves too much there, as we've got plenty of baseball ahead of us here against the Game Day Rangers. Sarah, you'll be happy to know that I'm having a little bit of the apples you've sent my way. And with that, we get a batter up call from the it's number 25 for Game Day steps in. We'll talk a little bit about the Game Day program here as we go through the game throughout the game. But Gianni now comes set. And there's a pop up straight up. And Gianni comes down with it. So 1 pitch, 1 out for the Jackrabbits. And the first batter from Game Day is out on a pop fly back to Gianni. Number 9 steps in.
Where's the other? Did you bring because I'm going to sit on that.
So again, this is the semifinal game. We will play the winner of the yet-to-be-started other semifinal game. If I were a betting man, it would be the GoCo Grizzlies from Wyoming, as they're quite a team. But I haven't really been paying attention to that side of the bracket. Gianni comes out with the first pitch. 69 on the inside corner. That can't be right. Let's see if he's up there again. It did come in very fast. In his defense, that was a very fast fastball. But let's see if we're in those ranges again. 67. Gianni throwing 67. Strike 2 on that pitch. Game Day Rangers parents saying that was a little low. That one is definitely low. And Gianni now with a 1-2 count. He's going to hit that ball into right field just beyond Teddy, or just to Teddy. Teddy's going to pick that up. Sorry, I was busy eating my apple to go through the defensive setup. So a single here for the batter. So we've got Eastside behind the plate with Gianni on the mound. We've got Joe at first, Aaron at second, Ricardo at short, and Jorge at third. So everybody kind of moved over because Gianni, normally our third baseman, is on the mound. In left, we've got Javon. We've got Chris. And as you've already seen there, we've got Teddy in right. So on the pass ball, the runner will take second. So left-handed hitting number 10 here for game day. He swings at the 63-mile-an-hour fastball, and it hits it straight back. Your Jackrabbits broadcasting crew here, Mike on the mic and Keith on the scoreboard. Happy to bring you this semifinal game. Jackrabbits riding high after 3 straight wins in this tournament. Swing and a miss. And really have had most of the games in hand. We did have one game where we definitely had to come back and win, but Jackrabbits have looked very good on both sides of the game. A lot of defensive leather flashed, as well as lots of good swings out of the bats. Swing and a miss at a 58-mile-an-hour pitch, and that is strike 3. Now we have 2 down. So I'm not sure if that was a changeup or a cutter. It was heavily slower at 58, where Gianni's living in the mid-60s. Oh, and that ball hits right off the plate. And we will have a play at third. No, we will not have a play at third. No throw. Somehow he's throwing so hard that moved my camera. Let's move that camera a little bit. There we go, a little bit more centered. Now you got the Gianni coming set with the runner on third. Strike 64 on the outside corner. So same plate as we saw yesterday, same strike zone as we saw earlier. Different ump. The home plate ump is now moved to the field. The one that was in the field is now moved behind the plate. But it's that width of the plate plus a ball. Swing and a miss at a cutter on the outside corner. 58. So that pitch looked beautiful coming in, but cut away from the right-hander. That's a cutter, and the game day player was not able to catch up to it. Strike 3, 57 curveball right there, froze him. You got to tip your hat to Gianni to execute that. At this age, you can't expect kids to hit curveballs. So Gianni on fire in the top of the first. We had one runner left on base, but no runs for the Game Day Rangers. You will see Joe, Jorge, Gianni as your first 3. When those gentlemen get on, we'll have Teddy, Aaron, and Chris. So those of you that have been longtime Jackrabbits fans, remember Game Day has their own facility in Parker. Right, that's Parker down there. Centennial maybe. And we've played there a couple of times. It drives me crazy because it's a turf facility. And I totally get it. It allows them to play much more frequently, a lot more games than a field like a dirt and grass field. Anytime we've played down in Game Day against Game Day, they have absolutely owned us. They've just been able to run like crazy, and then also put the ball on the ground, which has often, because of the turf, was able to get against the fence and things. So singles became triples. Here on the grass and dirt, maybe a little bit more even, but as we saw from the first 4 batters, real ball players. That's the one thing that Game Day is very, very well known for, is turning out fundamentally sound ball players. They don't mess around. They play serious, and they are fundamentally sound. So we're not going to see a lot of the silly errors that I think we saw from some of our games, especially earlier this tournament and last tournament, where we had individuals missing ground balls or throwing balls wildly. Game Day is almost certainly going to be hitting the cutoff man, picking up hard hit ground balls, etc. So looks like we've got number 22 on the mound for Game Day. Number 22, kind of a mid-50s throwing, or mid-60s throwing. No, I think it's mid-50s throwing, kind of 3/4 arm. Yeah, that was a 53-mile-an-hour curveball. One of the other things I'd love to know, so I did a thing yesterday. I went home and watched some of the game, as I've been known to do, to see how the quality was, the camera work was, the commentary was. and I got frustrated, very frustrated by T-Mobile's continual kind of lagging and skipping and those kind of things. And so I went to T-Mobile. They were not able to offer me any faster speeds. So I went to the Verizon store, where they also don't have any hotspots that are any better. But they did offer me kind of an internet in a box. As such, you get a router and you get a mobile service and you get the whole thing. So I've set up a Jackrabbits. That ball is away. Set up a Jackrabbits Wi-Fi network here at the baseball complex, Field 1, to run all of our cameras and things. My understanding is it should be quicker. Joe squaring a bunt. That ball is high, called ball 2. Anyway, the goal here was to compare and contrast how often the stream lags, how often we get a low Wi-Fi warning on the Verizon versus the T-Mobile, and see if we do with the T-Mobile internet in a box. A really nice 53-mile-an-hour fastball there by number 22, and it's got a 2 balls and 1 strike count. So for those of you that can text me, or those of you that are on Team Reach, you can let me know if you're seeing increased quality in the swing and a miss at a 55-mile-an-hour pitch right in the zone. Joe should have smacked that one. If you asked him, he'd tell you that ball should be in left center field. Anyway, if you want to let me know if you're seeing an improvement in quality and definition in foul ball off to the right, I'd be all ears. Would like to know whether it's worth the extra money to have the Verizon home internet in a box, which is mobile actually. It can go with us where we go. So that's a request of mine. See if we can make the experience at home that more better. And next pitch, ball is outside, 55. So Joe now doing exactly what Joe is supposed to do as a leadoff hitter, and which is to see a lot of pitches, and with a full count here, right? Isn't it a full count? Swing and a miss. He strikes out on a swing there. Good pitch by number 22, located outside. So I think Joe would tell you it's a disappointing at-bat, but he did see a lot of pitches. And the goal here is to see if you can't see the arsenal of what number 22 can bring. And next pitch is to Jorge. Is fouled off to the right side. That's going to get out of the play. Haha, my dad just said the pick quality's better and there's no buffering. Woo! All right. The only bummer is it plugs into a wall socket. I only have one battery that has a 120-volt plug, and it looks like it's going to just inhale the power. So we'll have to figure that out, but it'll be a nice problem to have. As for now, Jorge steps in with a 1 strike, now a 2-strike pitch. I know 22 is only throwing 54 miles an hour, but our boys look confused up there. I don't know if there's a little bit of movement on the ball. I'm going to go step in behind and see if the ball's moving a little bit on them. Ooh, that was 54. Not sure what that was. Good catch by the catcher. A little uncompetitive pitch there. So Jorge now still behind the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And pitcher comes set. And that was an attempt at a curveball. I could see the spin, but it did not really break. Hard to break here in your mile-high city. So you really have to snap it off, or it just floats there, which is what that one did. And with the 2-2 count now, the pitcher has to stop playing around and bring something to Jorge. Let's see what he does. He brings something to Jorge. Jorge hits that straight back. So Jorge should be sitting fastball here. If the kid can break off a curveball, we just tip our hats to him. And that is a fly ball hit to the right side. And a right fielder drops it. Well, I mean, honestly, he shouldn't have caught that. That was an athletic play. So single for Jorge. Well done to get himself on base. So in steps Gianni. As you know, Gianni had quite a game, going 2 for 3 with a triple and a home run and a strikeout. So we'll see what Gianni has coming here. Oh, and a balk is called. So that would mean that Jorge is going to move to second. I missed it myself. I was looking at my phone. Apologies, to see if I could pull up Gianni's stats. Gianni is hitting very, very well. He's hitting 500 for the season, being 5 for 10. And really most impressive is his OPS, which is his on-base percentage plus his slugging. It is 1.915, almost 2,000. And that's because when he hits the ball, he doesn't stop at first. And the next pitch, swing and miss. Gianni way ahead of that 54-mile-an-hour pitch for a 1-1 count. Runner on second. So with 55 miles an hour, I would suggest that we'll probably move our boys up in the box. We were seeing 60. And that ball goes off the backstop and skips way down the third base line. I don't know if you can see that. The catcher even makes it into my shot there. He's so far away. So Gianni takes third. That was the result of that. And pitcher comes set. Oh, and that ball gets away. That's going to skip away, but no play at home because the catcher did a great job picking that up. Jorge would love nothing more than to score right here, but he's going to be wise and get himself in trouble, especially with big hitting Gianni up. You don't want to take the bat out of his hands or make him out at home. Never want to make the first out at home, one of the cardinal rules of baseball. Gianni spikes it down the left field line, misses Teddy, goes through Coach Hunter's legs. I want to point that out that Coach Hunter missed that. And third baseman stops going to retrieve it because it's still in foul territory. A timeout called by the home plate ump while everybody resets. So Gianni now a little bit of a hole here. Oh no, sorry, 3-2 count, full count. Let's see what pitcher comes with. Ooh, foul ball, straight back. That was a defensive swing, I think, more than anything else. Okay. Coach telling him he needs to let it go. Yeah, I think that's the right move. They're definitely, Gianni loves to swing those high fastballs, but with 2 strikes, you got to be swinging up there because we've been seeing high strikes called all tournament. Allows the wider strike zone just moves for a quicker game, given that these kids just can't throw like that. And a ground ball down to the third baseman. And there's going to be a play at home. Safe, you got to get down. Boy, down. Jorge and safely. Woo! Heads up play by the third baseman to bring the ball home, just not quite in time. Jorge was running on contact with only one down. With only one down, it looked like there was, I don't know why you'd be running on contact, but he was, probably habit. That ball is high and away. Good eyes by Teddy. So Gianni now will, Teddy will now load early. Whoa, that ball goes behind him. He gets his bat down, otherwise that would have been a foul ball. All right, and I'm hoping that my third base, I'm actually going to turn my third base microphone way down so it doesn't pick up the, I'm going to request for a new ball. Oh, so he's playing with, what the field ump is saying is that he is caressing or touching his eye black and then touching the ball. I doubt 22 is trying to juice the ball for a curveball. But there's no question that putting a foreign substance on a ball is not allowed and would impact play. So Teddy now ready. Here comes the next pitch. That ball is in there. And the play at second. Hits Gianni on the helmet. He just needs to stand there. So ball bounced into left center field. Gianni using his hard noggin to get in there safely. And And now we got a 3-0 count to Teddy with Gianni on second. And we'll see what the next pitch is. Next pitch is right there. Oh, we're going to call that high. So Teddy gets a free pass to first. Well, that was probably a strike, but let's see what the ump calls. If it's, as long as he's consistent, who cares? I cannot imagine a situation more suited for the Jackrabbits right now. Aaron steps in with Gianni on second, Teddy on first. Gianni hitting, after that last game, I think 700 for the season. And he's hit another one into left center field. That ball drops. Everybody's going to go forward 80 feet. My goodness. Aaron. Talk about a boy who did the work and made the change from a boy who slid way down the batting order last year to a boy who's now got a batting average of over 700.
Let's go, Ranger.
Bases loaded now. And in steps Chris. Thank you. In steps Chris. In the on-deck circle, we should have Isai. That ball's low and away. So a chance for the Jackrabbits to win the inning by putting more runs across the board here with only one down. Chris's job is to make sure that he hits the ball hard, preferably through the infield. The infield is in, I don't know if you guys can see that, but all the infielders are now in front of the base paths. Oh, there's a strike right there, 54 at the shoulder on the inside corner. So with a strike at the inside corner, we now have a 1-1 count. We've got fire trucks racing. There's all kinds of stuff. We got, and that's ground ball. Oh, to Coach Hunter, who does pick that up down the third base line. And unfortunately, we are going to see in the outfield there some fire trucks will be racing through, nice and loud. With nobody holding Teddy on, he is 40 feet off the base, and he's not even worried about anybody coming to go get him. So in the event that Chris is able to put the ball into the outfield, Teddy will almost certainly score given the lead he's got. Again, with infield in front of the base paths, you can see Teddy scampering well beyond the shortstop. And that ball came out of the hand super wild, I think. Was not really going to be over the plate. So full count, but one down. So the runners will not be going. 3 balls, 2 strikes, only 1 down. Runners will have to hold and see what happens here with Chris. If he takes a ball 4, if he swings and puts the ball in play. And that is the one downside to Teddy's giant lead out there at second, is in the event that Chris were to pop one up, Teddy would really have to scamper to get back. So there's no one currently near the base, but it wouldn't matter if it was like a pop-up. So anyway, Teddy with a giant lead, Aaron with a nice sized lead, Gianni with a simple lead, and a ground ball to third. And that ball he's going to first with it. They got him at first, but a run scores. So heads up play by the third baseman, maybe not a play at home because everybody was running on contact, but picks up the out. So that is the 2 runs for the inning for the Jackrabbits with 2 down and runners on second and third. In steps Isai, and Ricardo will be on deck. The boys still with a cold breeze here. Swing and a miss. Isai swinging at a 53-mile-an-hour pitch on the outside corner. Yeah, everybody moving up in the box a little bit because we were seeing a much faster pitches from the Catamount team just an hour ago. So Teddy with catcher with a pop throw down to third. Not on target. Had they got him, I think Teddy would have been out. So and next pitch. Swing and a miss. 63. Wow, 22 really he really amped it up. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Isai with 2 down. Isai really needs to put the ball in play here. Oh, that ball gets away. And there's the throw, and here comes the throw home. Touch the plate. Touch the plate. Touch the plate. Oh, he called him safe. He called him safe. All right, so Teddy there has got to slide. He has got to slide. That was so dangerous. Teddy getting barked at by coach right now for not sliding. Teddy does not like to slide. He is really getting barked at by coach, and I couldn't agree more. That was dangerous. He has got to get down. He could have been called when he called out as well. So anyway, that throw, Teddy drawing the throw from the catcher, means that we now have 3 runs across the board, and Aaron did advance to third on the throw, and Teddy has to get dirty. In fact, coach arguably should bench him at this point. So that ball's outside, so that takes us to a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Oh, wait, he just held up 2 fingers. I'm confused now. What we got? All right. Eastside battling back here. A ball through the infield scores Aaron. He's choked up. Ready for the next pitch. And a ground ball. Down to Coach Hunter on the left field line. Way to stay alive. Way to stay alive. Coach still barking at Teddy in the dugout a little bit, I think, which is good. Hopefully he's hearing it, because we can't have him getting hurt. Oh, foul ball, Eastside on it. Foul ball. Keep battling, Eastside. Making the pitcher throw more pitches, which is, at this age, there's not a lot of stamina in the arms, so that is a success, but it won't be as successful as getting a single. Ball, send him to first. That was a beautiful walk after a bunch of takes there, so especially starting down, I think 1 ball, 2 strikes. So runners on first and second, and we have a time from the game day coach. And looking behind us like GoCo and Gunners in the other semifinal team, the GoCo Grizzly, and I forgot where the Gunners are at, but a lot of folks wrapped in blankets and in sleeping bags because it's chilly. And continuing to have a conversation. Looks like home plate ump is getting ready to slow walk himself out there. Oh, before he even gets 2 steps beyond the plate, coach must have sensed it. And so coach breaks up and a lot of energy drained here. No team really bringing the energy today, which is strange. So even though with the Jackrabbits up with a bunch of runs here, and we have a go. Okay, we called a balk because he did not come set. He just went right into the windup. So that will bring a run home. And you'll see here Aaron touch the plate. And you will see, all right, good job. And you'll see the runner take second here. We've got, who's out there? Eastside's out there. And up to bat is Ricardo, right? And on deck is Isaiah. That was a nice pitch, 55, right there at the shoulders. And we'll see what's next. Oh, that ball was high. Ricardo being reminded to kind of box it up, only swing at the good pitches here. Plate discipline's not really a problem for Ricardo. He actually has a very good eye. It's been, lately it's just been getting the swing down. Keeping his head on the ball, moving his weight forward, turning his hips. And kind of putting it all together. Ricardo dances out of the way. 55 miles an hour. That would hurt to wear, even though coach is suggesting he do so. Big hitting Isaiah in the on-deck circle. So when Ricardo gets on, we'll see Isaiah, who will probably feast on a 55-mile-an-hour fastball over the plate. Swing and a miss. That was a nice pitch. Ricardo was a little, his timing was off. His head was down, but his timing was off. So see where we're at now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 men on. Eastside will not run. because he's not a force. And that ball will bounce, and that will put runners on first and second with Isaiah up. And on the on-deck circle, we'll have Javon. So Javon family. Oh, and we're going to get a second visit to the mound in quick succession here. Number 22 will end his day. And we got, looks like the ball handed to number 17. No, number 1. Number 1 of game day now has the ball, I believe. Number 17 just got a new mitt and will be moving to first. So we'll have some warm-up pitches here for Isaiah and then Javon. With 2 down and runners on first and second. Jackrabbits already plating 4. I'm going to put myself on mute a little bit and have a couple of apples. And you guys don't want to get me crunching the apples. So enjoy the ambient noise of the third base camera and the Jackrabbits dugout. Yeah, that was a little bit tougher. If you're going to kiss me, do a little softer. Oh, thank you, Gene. Oh. And first pitch swinging for Isaiah. But you love to see that aggressiveness. I was talking with the parents, so apologies. I'm going to still finish my apple here. So Izzy now with a bat up, ready. And he sees a 57-mile-an-hour pitch in the dirt. So at 57, kind of more in range of what we're used to seeing from the Catamount guys last inning. First and second. Eastside is our catcher, so not a lot of wheels out there at second. And a ground ball right to the pitcher. And he's going to throw it over to first. Pulls him off a little bit, but gets the inning over. Oops, sorry about that. I missed that. Gets the inning over, so a couple 3 pitches for the reliever, and he finishes off the inning. With that, though, Jackrabbits put 4 across the home on in the first inning while allowing none. So winning the inning is what the goal is, win the inning. And that one we can put up as a W. So 3 or 4 more innings here, and we'll see if we can't win it every time, and that ends up to a victory in the end. I didn't see what time we started, so I'm going to go find out what time we started so we can keep track of the hour 45 time limit. I suggest that we're not going to run these guys.
It was right at 2:45.
Like right at 2:45? Okay. Hey, Blue! 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 So we did start at 45, which would then, take us to a hour 45 summation around the 4:30 mark. However, there is, and maybe you can see it a little bit out right over Gianni. There is a thunder cell off to our, what is that, north and east. So shouldn't be in our threatening us, but we have to pay attention and have some safety for the kiddos. So I forgot what the COBRA rules are. It's either lightning, I think lightning within 5 miles or 10 miles. You have to take 30. Okay. Let's run through the defensive alignment here. Gianni's still on the mound. Kieran now is going to be his battery mate, catching him and the 62-mile-an-hour fastballs. We get Jorge on third. We get Ricardo at short and Aaron at second. In left, we have Javon. In center, we've got Chris. And in right, we've got Jack. So a little bit of a different setup in the outfield than we're used to. And we'll see if that's going to be a winning outfield with a slightly different infield as well, with Gianni here on the mound. So we're going to get a first pitch here from Gianni. Ooh, 63 miles an hour. In the dirt. Gianni's got to get that pitch up. So not a great way to start here in the top of the second against our first game day Ranger. He got him. He swung on that one. So Kieran's got to learn now as a catcher, when you get a partial swing, to immediately appeal down to the first base ump, who did say he swung, and he did swing. Ooh, that's thunder. And that ball is hit right out over center, second base. And ball pops back in. And so a leadoff single to the game day Rangers. I really thought we'd get this game in. I thought the championship game wasn't going to happen, but I really thought we'd get the semifinal in. And a little worried here. Big, tall game day Ranger. Just a good stop by Kieran. And the throw down is, beyond him. Yep. It took a funny bounce, went in the outfield. Good stop by Chris on the backup. No harm, no foul on that overthrow. Kieran hustled. But on a pitch like that, you're going to basically give up 80 feet every time. And Gianni now, who was really unhittable in the first inning, has been all over the place. I mean, I don't know what's happening with Gianni here. Only thrown one strike, and that was laced into center. So Gianni really needs to be a steady arm here, and I think the expectation is at least 3 innings. Nice 61-mile-an-hour pitch. That is a strike, yeah, swing and a miss strike. And strike, 58 miles an hour. And 2 balls, 2 strikes. Number 17 back in the box, big tall kid. Definitely comes from some tall genetics, I'd imagine. Strike 3 on the inside corner. And that gets 1 down with a runner on second. Number 26 will jump in the box here for the Rangers. 26 with some parents coming up to the fence, make sure they get this at bat on the video. Swing and a miss at a 57-mile-an-hour. That is Gianni's bread and butter right there. That cutter is just unhittable. Starts out slow and over the middle of the plate, dives glove side or dives away from a right-handed batter, and they just can't catch up with it. Strike 2, 58 miles an hour there on the corner. And with an 0-2 count now, Gianni finding the strike zone after struggling early. Oh, there was the cutter, but good job by number 26 not swing at it. It looked tempting, but it does cut away and therefore outside. So That's the point here, is to get the batter to swing at it, not to get a strike. And a high fastball. Ooh, 59. 26 showing a lot of discipline here to not go fishing and helping us out. So Gianni's gonna have to bring a real strike now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and he does at a 57-mile-an-hour pitch, which is a little low for Gianni. I don't know what's happening, but maybe my radar gun's off. Or oh, that was over there now. That wasn't good. Oh, wasn't it? That doesn't look like anything over there. All right, I'm also trying to play part-time weatherman, full-time broadcaster. Swing and a miss at that cutter, 59 miles an hour. That cutter is absolutely working for Gianni. And fooling game day like it did both teams yesterday, the Angels and I forgot the other team. There it is again, swing and a miss at that 57-mile-an-hour breaking ball, cutter ball. I don't know why you'd have him throw anything else at this point, because he was spiking the fastball, and he doesn't really have much of a changeup. Oh, and he hangs that one, and that one's going to get into the outfield, and it's going to be picked. And will there be a play at home? Aaron with the throw, and the runner is safe at home, and the batter, who was down 0-2, laced it into right field, did a good job. He will take second base. So 1 run across for the Game Day Rangers, just as I thought we were going to end the inning. To be honest, I thought we had him. So good job by, what was the kid's name? 26, I think. 22, looks like. So in steps number 1. This was the reliever for Game Day, who came in and actually finished the inning off. Beautiful, beautiful. That was the cutter. It looked like it was going to hit him and then cut across the plate. I don't think that's where Gianni ever wants to leave that pitch, because if the batter doesn't bend, he will hit that ball a mile. But for that pitch, it worked. And a foul ball straight back. And 0-2 count now. So number 1, definitely not afraid of that pitch. Gianni now needs to keep the ball down here, I think. It's the key, or swing and a miss. Go to first. And we got a drop third strike. And we'll see if the throw is in time. And if Kieran jumps on it like a cat on a mouse, that player is thrown out at first. Good job, Kieran. Way to keep your head. Makes a good throw. Kieran grabs the rest of his battle armaments and runs back. We should see him bat this inning, I think. Esai just hit, didn't he? So we'll need some time. So what we should have is Javon lead off, and then we will see the top of the order, which will be Joe, Jorge, and Gianni. So Jackrabbits gave up 1 run that inning, so we're going to need to claw back at least 1 run, if not 2, to win the inning. And let's see if we can do that. With our boys can bring the heat here. Number 1 looks like he's back on the mound. And he's hard throwing. He's got a little, looks like he might be business up front and party out back there if I see his hairstyle. What's that called? What's that when you let your hair out the back? Oh, mullet. That's right, a mullet. Thank you very much. He's got the mullet and keeping the back of his neck warm, which I'll be honest, mine is not right now. I need to put the hood up. Actually, I brought a knit cap. I'll just wear the knit cap. So again, the Jackrabbits have to play 1 more game today if they win. And that would be against the winner of the Gunners and GoCo Grizzlies. I can go see if I can look that game up on Game Changer. And the GoCo Grizzlies look like they are they the team to beat? No, sorry, it looks like they are down. I can't even read Game Changer. Looks like over on the GoCo Grizzlies and Glenwood Gunners game, it is a 3-1 in the top of the second to the Glenwood Gunners. Good steps, Siobhan. I'm good, thank you. You want anything? And that first pitch spikes in front of the plate. Javon has no trouble not swinging at it. So the Gunners, I believe, were the 2nd seed, so it would Makes sense that they are. There's a strike, 54. So number one took a little bit off that. It would make sense that they're ahead of Coco. That ball is short-armed or some strange delivery there. At 48, way outside. I don't know if number one was trying to throw a special pitch there. Just his delivery got all wonky. That's like it. 56, nice pitch. That looked like that had a little bit of break to it. Javon also looked like he pulled his head on that one. So let's see. Yeah, another spike in the ground at 58. So number one has, looks like he has all the physical ability, but he's trying to put it together consistently. Oh, Javon with a very late decision, but stays alive. So again, one of the, if not the most athletic, one of the most athletic kids on the team, able to make a last-minute decision there and foul the ball off. Two-strike approach, so we're looking at wide stance, choking up on the bat. Ooh, Javon almost wears that off his stomach, but instead he will take base on balls. And that will bring us Joe. And we'll see what we have called here. Joe leaning on his bat. I wish I could show you this. I don't know how to. I can't. I don't have Joe in the shot, but leaning on the bat and just waiting for the signs. Javon with a decent-sized lead over here on first. And pitcher steps off. Smart move by the pitcher. We saw 2 balks in the first inning by Game Day. This pitcher, just step off, just take a moment. Joe shows bunt. That ball is down, and Javon head first, safely into second. I don't love a head first slide. Good chance to break a finger, but he's nice and safe out there. I believe that first pitch was a strike. Oh, ball. They called it a ball. Okay. I didn't know if Joe had gotten his bat back in time. A big hole on the left side if Joe can pull it through the 5-hole. That's the hole between shortstop and pitcher, or sorry, third base.
Hey, Blue, lightning delay.
All right, we have a lightning delay, ladies and gentlemen. What's the minimum? 30 minutes? Yeah, I suspect that will be it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to shut this down. It looks like it's a 30-minute delay, and I need to save batteries. I don't remember if we have to go to the cars or if we have to leave the facilities or if we can stay in the dugout. But I think I'm going to shut down the stream just to save batteries. We'll be back with a new stream. Confirmed it's 30 minutes. We've got to stop the game. So I'm going to stop the stream. And folks, we'll let you know. I'll be honest, Mother Nature, she's threatened all day, and I would be very surprised that if we get to play. But so... All right, thank you for joining for today's game. But as of yet, this is not a complete game. It does not count, and we'll see how long before they just call the tournament. But for now, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell, and you'll know when we're back. But for now, I'm going to end it because we are going to our cars, so I got to pack up. All right, thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.